You know, something you can do with that, because certainly you can get down on the floor and do the movements just as we've been doing, but you could be at a restaurant and you could just sit back a little bit and go, wait a minute, I can actually start to move like that. Now, it sounds silly, but in fact, it'll make a big difference because you'll be reminding yourself of it. And that's how your nervous system will start to maintain some of that information, is by these subtle reminders, right? I'll talk more about how our nervous system actually organizes information like that so that it is retained. But it needs to be retained often within a context. So you already have a context for it. All of you do, being pregnant, right? So what are the other contexts where, how often do you sit and get up, forget about being pregnant, when you weren't pregnant and you find that, oh, I'm stiff, I've been sitting too long. Do you ever see a kid getting up? I'm going to move, okay? So do you ever see a kid drawing, right? A 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and they're drawing, and then they're here, and then they're there, and they get up, and they show you what they have, but they never say, Mommy, I have a stiff hip. Doesn't happen, right? Because they're paying attention to themselves the whole time. And that's part of what we're learning to do here as well, is to pay attention to ourselves in a sensory way, in an embodied way, more and more of the time. Not all the time so that we're self-conscious about ourselves, but that we can have moments where I go, oh, I'm going to remind myself of some of those movements. That's good.